Going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. Just got back from Reno, back at home. Broke even on my gambling. So, funny story. First time I went down there, it's my first time gambling. I went down there with $100, lost it in 30 seconds because I didn't know how to play this specific machine I was in. Went back upstairs, came back the next day, got my 100 back. All good. Now, Mental Health Monday, episode 10, was last night. The internet was god awful. I mean, I had to end it after like an hour and a half. The internet was just shoddy. Like, my recording software was acting weird. It was just bad. But anyways, this particular topic, shout out to Minaflex Muscle for hopping in the Discord. Of course, always gives great conversations and great insight. We're going to be talking about pretty much the idea of like the signs that show up in your life. Like, how do you know that you're going in the right direction in life? How do you know that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing? What are some things that you look for, some things that happen to you that let you know, that show you that you're in the right place? That's sort of going to be what we're talking about today. So yeah, without further ado, enjoy. Signs. That's it. One word. Signs about, how you know you're going in the right direction. Signs that tell you, how do you really know, what you're really supposed to be doing in life? How do I know that, I've asked myself this question a lot lately. When everything feels like it's sort of crumbling around you, how do you know that you're still going in the right direction? What are the signs out in the world, out in your daily life, that lets you know, hey, you're on the right track? You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. However that speaks to you. Recently, I just actually got a call from a buddy of mine who I haven't spoken to in a while today. He was like, hey, call me up when you get the chance. Got an opportunity. And I was like, I was kind of confused at first because I had no idea, like, what he was talking about or what it could be. And, we caught up a little bit, and, he ends up asking me about, if I had ever thought about, doing comedy. He was like, hey, you're a funny guy, and this now, people have been dying for entertainment and stuff like that. And me and, a few guys who I've, rounded up, we thought about getting together and, talking about, writing some stuff down and coming together and, just doing stuff with comedy. And I thought about it, and back in the day, I remember I went to some camp. It was a camp about that took young African American youth and sort of educated them on our history and our lineage and stuff like that. And at the end of the camp, I remember talking in front of the whole, literally the entire camp, and about pretty much my experience and about the counselors and some of their tendencies and stuff like that. And like, I just had everybody dying, like laughing. And one of the counselors, he went up to me after. I'll never forget this. This was like back junior, senior year. And he was like, oh man, he's like, you know what? He's like, you should think about doing comedy one of these days. He was like, you know what? The funniest things in life, like honestly, like some of the funniest comics out there, they talk about like real-ish. Like, that's the funniest things that you could talk about because it's relatable. It's real. It's making fun of your own life. It's taking bad things that happen to you and spinning it in a way that, because I find that once you can finally learn to laugh at a situation, once you finally learn to see the light in a situation, you can truly then be healed from it. I don't think you're truly healed from a situation yet if you still think about it and it still bitters you. If it still makes you feel, however, it puts you back in the past, puts you back into those emotions of hurt, of anxiety, of stress and all this. But with a lot of things that have happened to me, I can look back now and make a joke about it. I can laugh at it. I can say, yeah, I learned my lesson. Hey, hey, that was dumb. But, it's kind of funny at the same time. I learned a lesson out of it. So it was just weird. That was just I don't know. Maybe I took that as a sign, and we worked in a restaurant together, and we were just talking about how, man, it's such a dead end a lot of the time. And he was like, man, I've been looking for, and I talked to him about the things I was doing with fighting and how I was training with that. And he was like, man, dude, like, he's like, you make me want to get back into it and stuff like that. He was like, COVID has made me, he's made us, you know, we all realized, you know, what we were supposed to be doing, and you know, we all had a break. But that was, I thought about that, and I was like, that was one of my signs, that, because I told him, I was like, honestly, I was thinking about going back to like the restaurant industry just so I can get things moving again and get some of the things that I need, some equipment that I need, you know. And he was like, dude, like, he was like, nah, don't do it, dude. Like, you know, maybe that was a sign. That phone call, that text was a sign that told me, you know, no, there's other ways to go, you know. But, you know, I can put that in any aspect of life where something just, yeah, I told him about it, but we talked about a bunch of things, but I told him about, you know, my stresses and relationship issues and stuff like that. And, you know, I told him that, you know what, historically I've always made the wrong decision when it came to that stuff, when it came to women, when it came to, and I told him that, you know, I said, this time, you know, I'm not going to do that same thing again. I'm not going to make the wrong choice again. I'm not going to do it. Not this time. I've been fooled way too many times. I tried to go the easy route a lot of the times. I tried to go the route that was the faster route, the way that I thought was best, but no, I didn't listen to the signs. But this time I'm going to listen. This time I'm going to make the right choice. But signs are always there. We just got to listen. What about you, Mina? Anything that how do you know you're going how do you know you're going the right way? What's some signs, just something in your life that points you in the right direction? How do you know what you're doing is the right thing?
For me, you just gotta believe. For me, I just pray about it and see if I have, you know, any visions or anything like that. So usually people will, you know, screenshot or share when they see like 1111 or, you know, 111 or 222 or 333, and for me that happens quite often. And I looked up, you know, what it meant or what the ideology behind that is, and it's supposed to be, you know, all the numbers actually mean a different thing, but it's supposed to be like you're in sync. You know what I mean? Like you're getting in sync with your life. Every time it lines up like that, it's like a visual translation to what's actually happening in your life. But each number symbolizes something different. So I started looking it up and stuff like that. I don't spend too much time thinking about it, but I think it does help in taking life day by day, you know, breaking it down to that, instead of, I mean, you want to believe in the future, you want to see the bigger picture and all that other stuff, but we also don't want to get caught up in the future, and we want to be present. And like I said, sometimes it's overwhelming to think about, you know, the next hour or the next couple hours. So you kind of got to break it down to, you know, minutes or seconds, or, you know, just surviving, honestly. But I definitely think, you know, when you're on the right path, when it feels uncomfortable, but it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel confusing. Like if you're confused, it's probably not for you.
So
but if it's hard,
like you
then it
shouldn't be
should
doing
be
it.
hard. Well, not like conviction. So not like you feel guilty. It's different. It's not a guilt. It's a confused. Like you're not sure. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Like you just start overanalyzing and you just start getting in your head. It's like you're not being your true self. You're kind of allowing other people's thoughts or something cloud your judgment. So you're not sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you're sure of something and when you know you're on the right path, it's just very clear. Like I said, it's not that it's not hard or difficult.
It's not easy. Yeah.
It's just very clear. The vision that you want, you know, what you see, how you articulate it, it's there. Exactly.
It's there, but to get there it's just not going to be easy. But you know what you have to do. Regardless if you want to do it or not, you know you have to do it. And it's not, you know, it's gonna be some work. It's gonna be some effort for sure. Thank you guys so much for watching this topic. Tomorrow we're talking about, I believe, how do you know when you're ready to jump into another relationship? You know, whether you've been hurt in the past, whether you're coming off from something, how do you know when to take that leap into something else? So yeah, stay tuned for that. As always, stay happy, hydrated, all that good stuff. Don't have any water to drink. So yeah, I'm still unpacking, but yeah, peace.